I need to know.
Hey guys, Knife Fiend here, back with another knife review video for you. Today I have a Gavko Mid-Tech version 2. This one features a carbon fiber show scale and a titanium lock side. And it is an absolutely wonderful knife. A gorgeous knife, as you can see there. Wonderful construction. This knife is actually built by Millet Knives out in Idaho, but designed by Michael Gavko. It is his classic Mako model, as you can see there. Wicked sweet reverse tanto blade, and great ergonomic, sick looking handle as well. This thing almost looks like a shark if you look at it long enough. Definitely see where it gets its name from, and it's definitely a very well built blade, and may even be one of the best mid-techs on the market, hands down. Let me start talking about the features of this knife. As I said, it has a carbon fiber show scale, titanium lock side with a hardened lock steel locks insert, 154 cm blade with that large 3.75 reverse tanto. Wicked sweet looking. This knife is both a flipper and has this opening that allows you to do finger flicking, which that's probably my preferred way of opening this knife. There's great action on this thing. Knife rides on enclosed bearings. Also happens to be dead center, and it's just an excellent version of a knife. Flipper tab on here is like a light switch. You just press down and boom, fires right open. So it's a sweet knife, and I'm definitely a big fan of it, and I've been a fan of Michael Gavko's work for quite some time now, and I'm honored to say I was able to pick up something of his. I was actually able to pick this up from Blade Show off the Millet Knives table. They had it towards the back of the table, and it was listed under used, but as you can see, it's in fairly good condition, and in my discussion with them, it sounds like it was only used to test out the production tolerances. But scored a super sweet deal on this from them at their table, and it was cool to actually buy it from the people who made it. So awesome. So got a super sweet deal on it. Definitely a fan of buying knives in person. You get to check out all the quirks about a knife and see really what sort of condition it is, and as you can tell with this one, it is in great condition. Both the blade and titanium lock side feature this stonewash battle finish that hides wear extremely well. It darkens up the titanium a bit, and it's an absolutely gorgeous knife. Clean, very clean lines with open construction, 2 back spacers, a titanium clip right there with actually a great flex to it, and it goes on the pocket pretty well. But I have one complaint with it. I had this thing on my pocket the other day, and it is actually only a tip down non-reversible clip, and you can notice this edge towards the top. I'll try to see if I can't get my camera to focus in right there, but I was getting into my car and I scratched the hell out of it with that point right there. Super deadly. Thank God it was only in the clear coat, and I was able to wipe most of the scratch off with a little bit of abrasive, but I was scared for a second, and I learned my lesson the hard way about carrying this on the outside, because quite a large portion sticks above your pants pocket wherever this clips into, almost that much of the knife, which is a decent chunk. So this is definitely a large knife, but carries well because of the slimness of the handle, which has absolutely wonderful ergonomics, and it makes your fingers just kind of want to slide forward onto this finger choil up here, which, by the way, it has no jimping whatsoever, but I must say it doesn't need it. You'll see right there that your hand wants to slide forward and your thumb just wants to rest right there on the spine, and that large ramp right there creates kind of almost like a locking phase for you, which allows you to get in and make some very detailed cuts. Awesome design by him. You also have the flipper right here acting as a finger guard. Super sweet design, great ergonomics. Definitely see why people go crazy about this knife. Now onto the action. Once again, this action is probably the best action of almost any knife I own, and it's just super fun to play with. It's just wicked fast. You can just boom, flick it right open. If you're more of a flipper guy, you can boom, shoot it out. And if you want to, it drops closed fairly easily. It's just wonderful. Every inch of this knife is looked after. They didn't skip one detail. As you can see, they're chamfering on every edge. There's no raw piece to this knife. Everything is designed to fit the way it fits, and it's wonderful. This knife is very precise, and it feels that way. It feels precise. Even though it's very large and kind of scary looking, it doesn't feel scary in the hand. It doesn't feel hard to wield. You feel in control the whole time, and that's a wonderful feature of this design. Wonderful. This knife is a true gem. This is, like I said earlier, this may be one of the best mid-techs on the market. Michael Gavko is killing it with his design, and this version 2 is a sweet blade. If you have a chance to pick one of these up, you see them on the websites, definitely do so. You're gonna love it. That's hands down, no questions asked. You're absolutely gonna love this thing. You're gonna sit there just flicking it open like that all day long, enjoying just how smooth it is. The action, there's zero friction in it whatsoever. Just glides back and forth. Wonderful detent. Definitely one of the better quality knives I own to this date, and I'm really happy I was able to pick it up in person. Like I said earlier, I got a sweet deal on this, and it's one thing I like about buying knives in person and buying knives at shows is oftentimes you can make cash deals on the spot, and that's what happened here with this guy. And because of that, I not only have a badass knife, I also got it for a badass price, which, you know, definitely makes you happier at the end of the day. So yeah, definitely check out any Michael Gavko's work at all. If you're in the market for, you know, a custom knife, a mid-tech knife, or even some of his hybrids, do it. Hands down, do it, because this thing is sweet, and definitely a lot of people recognize that. A lot of people recognize that. Wonderful grinds on the blade, wicked grinds. I did have this edge touched up by Wicked Edge at the show. You'll see it has a nice mirrored almost finish to it. Crazy sharp. That's definitely what this knife deserves as well, just to be wicked sharp at all times, because this thing is a killer, man. It's super sweet, and one of my just got this knife and it shot up into my favorites by far, something I could never get rid of. And it's awesome, man, and it's one of a kind. I don't think you're gonna see another knife that feels quite the same or really looks quite the same, and because of that, that's why I chose to buy it. And it was a great decision, and I'm happy I did it, you know. One of the best knives I own. But yeah, so thank you for watching, guys. Like I said, please check out some of this work and pick one up for yourself. Go ahead and leave a like or a comment, and make sure to subscribe. Knife Fiend out. Peace.